With Callista and Ismar gone, seems that the party is lacking something. Not just that extra help is gone in the fight against Strahd and his minions, but there's a certain spirit that is missing. Kent can only supply so much humor to alleviate the tension. The party has taken it upon themselves to bring Ireena to Vallaki. In the process, we learned a bit more about Ferguson. However, there still seems to be a lot of mistrust. What are his intentions? What is his cleansing hand? What part does Kent's gun have in this group? What answers will Vallaki give our Deathwalkers? And while we're at it, how does Ferguson fit within the Deathwalkers' mold?
So, after a couple of hours, it's midday now. You start to approach what you see to be a town. The old Slavic road meanders into a valley watched over by dark, brooding mountains to the north and south. The woods recede, revealing a sullen mountain berg surrounded by a wooden palisade. Thick fog presses up against this wall, as though looking for a way inside, hoping to catch the town aslumber. The dirt road ends at a set of sturdy iron gates, with a pair of shadowy figures standing behind them. Planted in the ground and flanking the road outside the gates are a half-dozen pikes with wolves' heads impaled on them. What do you guys like to do?
Well, I say we go to the gate.
Well, before we go to the gate, we should probably disguise Ireena.
Alright, you get on it then.
As a married woman?
No.
I'm just saying I play an
don't think
excellent
so.
husband. No?
You know what, Kent? You can play my husband.
Mmm.
I got a ring somewhere around here.
Oh, I appreciate it. But I don't swing that way, but it's no problem. I'm just saying, I would like to be Ireena's husband. Just in a acting sense. I'm a great actor. I don't know if you know this, but my charisma is a 16.
I don't know what that means.
That means I'm very charismatic, if you will.
Basically, he's
saying
saying
that-
on a scale from 1 to 20 of how charming he is, he's a 16.
Yes, and if I ever
supposedly.
tried something, I would get a +3 bonus.
Alright,
To that.
well, you charm me then.
Okay, so I'm gonna try. I want to try to charm Ferguson into thinking that I'm an excellent performer.
So while that bromance is going on, I want to talk to Ireena.
let Bucky do the distracting. I want to make Ferguson seem that think that I am the greatest performer in the world.
Cool. Well, in the meantime, Kent, make a performance check, and we'll get back to that. So what did you ask, Ireena?
So, Ireena, would you know of anything that you have on you that people could possibly see that would identify you as Ireena? That people might know you as?
I do not think so, though if people look at me, they may see nobility, and people may just know what I look like.
Okay.
There is also the possibility, I wouldn't put this past him, that Strahd would inform people of what I look like to keep an eye on me.
Well, I can disguise your face. That is not a problem. So, I can give you a change of cloak. I can possibly give you a hat so that you can keep your face as hidden as possible in case the disguise doesn't come through exactly. Do you want me to do that?
Sure, I trust your judgment.
I'm going to hand over to her the 6 out of 10 black cloak and the fanciest shit top hat, which I have exactly written as that in my notes.
I mean, that is how Josh described them, so...
Exactly.
Mm-hmm. So you hand that to her. She takes off the red cloak that she has and changes it to the black one. She throws the top hat on. She's starting to look like Zatanna a little bit.
Nice. Is she still wearing that armor underneath?
Well, yeah.
All right.
So I'm going to try and use my disguise kit. I guess trying to not make her look as feminine, I guess.
Okay.
What would I have to do for that kind of role?
I would say in the disguise kit, you take out some clips and such, and you start to, and she'll go along with you of clipping up her hair to put under the top hat.
Okay.
So it's not as long in the back. The black cloak, she's actually not going to wear as a cloak, but she will throw it around her waist and turn it into a black skirt.
Okay.
And her red cloak, she will still wear that, but close it up in the front, so it looks like she is prepared for wet or cold weather. That way she hides her armor a bit. She passes the sword over to... It just gives it to one of you, whoever will take it. And she... Actually, you know what? No, she'll buckle that around the outside, so that way she has a weapon, so she looks like she is prepared for things.
Okay. And then I'm going to try and make her look a little bit less, like, noble and pretty. Maybe, like, rough her up a little bit with the disguise kit.
Okay.
Make her look like she's seen some battle. Maybe not as, like, something that would, like, people would look at and not be immediately drawn as if, like, oh, she looks noble and has money. I should take that from her. Making her less conspicuous.
Okay, so you use some of the disguise kit's makeup and such and start to mess around with her face, which is very much Bucky of you, costume designer.
I was gonna say I take out some crep wool and I clip it perfectly so that I can make a mustache, and I use some spirit gum and put it right underneath the nose. Apply it perfectly. Done. All my theater friends out there know what that is.
So you also dip down and grab some of the mud that's on the ground and dirty up her cloak and her armor a little bit, and give a little bit of a wipe on the cheek as well. So she looks like she may have took a tumble at some point.
Yeah.
Take some of the wine that you had and like she drinks some of it, and you pour a little bit onto her cloak as well, so she smells a little bit of alcohol.
I didn't have any wine.
He did not have wine, yeah.
Oh,
I have holy water that I can make look like wine.
Never mind, you do not do that part. So yeah, you rough her up a little bit. Let's now make a proficiency check, please, on that disguise kit.
What should I roll with this?
Just roll a d20 and add your proficiency
Would this
modifier.
Be like Dex or something, since it's like...
You know what? No, not Dex. I would say this would be more of a...
Intelligence?
Make it more of an intelligence check.
Okay.
And then add your proficiency bonus.
Okay, cool.
Actually, you know what? Not intelligence, wisdom. Because you would want to, like, how streetwise you are about how she would be taken.
You made this roll way worse.
Sorry.
Brought it down by 3. 15.
Okay. You're pretty confident with it, and Ferguson and Kent both look over, and even Arsene gives a little bit of a nod that Ireena does not look like herself. She looks like a weird ringmaster from a circus, the way that this has gone.
I'm basically trying to make her look like generic villager number 7, so that like no one would look twice at her.
Yeah, I would say that's pretty good, especially with that mustache and top hat going on.
Yeah.
It's a little weird. So, yeah, you did a pretty solid job.
Female with a mustache, and if anybody says shit, I'll fucking punch him.
When we go into town, we better like see someone in the distance that looks exactly like her.
Mm.
There you go, same model. There we go.
Yep.
Oh, they just reskinned it, I see.
It's the same thing, but she's just all blue.
Oh,
Interesting.
Okay, so you travel up to the gates afterwards?
Yeah.
Yep.
When you get a little bit closer, you hear a, what's your business here?
coming into fucking town.
I see that. What do you need here?
A place to sleep, preferably.
Something to drink?
We've been on the road for a very long time. We are exhausted.
Who is your enemy here?
Evil? Anything evil, honestly.
Seems like a fucking weird question.
Are you in league with Strahd?
Oh god, no.
I know. I don't even know who that man is.
I hate that fucker.
Are you from Barovia?
Do I sound like I'm from Barovia?
Just answer the question, or I do not
No.
need to
I'm
let
dead.
you in.
It's a very obvious no.
No.
I'm Kent Brickwood of the East Farthing Brickwoods.
All
You
right,
might have
we don't
heard
need
of
to
me.
hear.
I'm from
No,
a
we are
ways
not
away.
from Barovia.
Then you are the newest adventurers around. Understood. And they open up the gate. We ask questions because there are people around that fear the worst, including ourselves. So sorry for being cautious.
I got a question
no,
for you.
no, no.
I got one for you. How do you feel about that windmill up on the hill back there?
We stay away from that windmill.
You don't got to worry anymore. We brought it down. And a tree ugly ladies in it.
Fucking badass. We did it. We fucking burnt that shit to a ground. Mostly it was Ferguson.
So you say that as you're walking past, and you
Yes.
get the opposite camera view of you guys walking in, and the doors closing behind, and two guards looking at each other like, holy shit. and then look back at you guys, and you do the slow-mo walk, and Ireena just does like the cloak flip as she walks too, and
I turn around
Goes
as I
in.
go, have a nice day.
you too. We have to go check out that windmill.
Oh shit, they're gonna take all our fucking gold and shit.
We'll get there
damn it, we
before
gotta
they
go
do that.
back.
No,
Their
they ain't gonna
guards,
leave
they're not
anytime
going
soon.
anywhere.
That was a whole half day away. They're gonna get there at nightfall. You think these people are gonna leave at night?
You ain't going nowhere.
Anyway, we're gonna find a fucking drink. Where is the inn?
Let's do it.
All right, so
Wanna
as you
get
walk
shitty?
through, you see a very long, twisty main road with a couple of roads going off. And as you walk through, you see a couple of places of note. Immediately as you walk through, you pass a large stockyard, which has several sheds around. And it has a sign above the front gate called Arasak Stockyard. You believe this may be a place to trade some goods, potentially. You keep going down quite a way, and about a half mile into the town, you notice on your right there is there's gray smoke that issues from the chimney of this large 2-story wooden building with a stone foundation and sagging tile roof, upon which several ravens have perched. A painted wooden sign hanging above the main entrance depicts a blue waterfall. You see also on that sign states Blue Water Inn. Do you want to keep going down the road?
Would this inn have alcohol?
Probably.
Inns do.
Typically they do.
Let's go, Ferguson. Let's get some alcohol.
What do you think?
I feel like Josh is leading us to this place, so let's do it.
So I will say, do you guys want to go check out the inn, and then me and Ireena can check what's around, so we can like get a scope of the land while you guys get yourself settled, or
That
should we
sounds
all
like a
stay
plan.
together?
Yeah, let's get a good sense of the safety of this inn, Ferguson. You and I, let's make sure we survey the area, make sure that the bar is okay.
Make sure that the drinks aren't watered down.
Fact, yes, let's do that. Ven, please do me a favor and please take Ireena, get a lay of the land.
We're already gone.
you-
We're walking.
Oh.
We're walking away.
Oh, shit.
Ireena,
I'm just
stay close to
wasting
me.
time. Shit, I'm just wasting time. Ferguson, let's go.
Let's go.
So Ven and Ireena, you guys continue down the road. Ferguson, Kent. After you pass a well in the front, you see also like an outside storage kind of area. You go up the stairs to the main place, and you enter what seems to be a tap room. Damp cloaks hang from pegs in the entrance portico. The tavern is packed with tables and chairs, with narrow paths meandering between them. A bar stretches along one wall, under a balcony that can be reached by a wooden staircase that hugs the north wall. Another balcony overhangs an entrance to the east. All the windows are fitted with thick shutters and crossbars. Lanterns hanging above the bar and resting on the tables bathe the room in dull orange light and cast shadows upon the walls, most of which are adorned with wolf heads mounted on wooden plaques. You see around that there are quite a few patrons that are here. You know, male and female, they all seem to be locals from the look of them, like they all have very kind of similar features. And you see behind the bar, there is a woman who is wearing a very well adorned, fancy blue dress. And she is, taking care of the bar, making sure people are getting drinks. And also, when she's behind the bar, you hear some giggles, and out from behind the bar are two boys who run and chase each other around the room. And you hear the woman behind the counter go, "Boys, we don't need any more trouble. Just find somewhere to sit, or just go do something else, please. I'm working."
Do I get a sense that this place is like a normal, nice place, or is there like seedy people around?
Make a perception check.
I got a 10.
So you look around and you see very normal people. No one who really stands out to you too much. There seems to be just a man and a woman who seem to be a couple. There's a man sitting by himself, just drinking with a very kind of blank stare on his face, maybe just even thought. You see two people who seem like brothers sitting off at another table. They're quite drunk. And you see another two people who, a very thick beard on one and the other has just kind of a messy haircut down to his chin or so. They're drinking in silence. They seem to be very well armed. You don't know if they're guards or hunters or whatever, but they're off at another table. No one particularly looks seedy. It just seems like a normal establishment, but those are the kind of people you see around.
Why don't you find us a table, Kent? I'll get you something to drink. Maybe something to eat.
Cool. Let's split. I'll go find a table while Ferguson gets some alcohol, some food.
Okay. Kent, you find a table just fine off in the corner.
Hell yeah, I didn't even have to roll for it. I'm the best table finder in all the land.
You're really good at it.
Gotcha.
I'm going to walk up to the bar.
Okay.
And I'm going to pull my hat off as I approach.
Okay.
Evening. Or morning. I actually don't know what time it is. I blame that on the weird voice in my head.
It's somewhat in the afternoon based on the
There
crowd.
we go. I was a little confused about what time it was. Maybe I wasn't paying attention very well to the story.
Hey, Ferguson, do you know what time it is?
I think it's mid-afternoon. That's what this lady says.
All the
It's
people in the bar are like, yeah, it's mid-afternoon. Yeah, it's mid-afternoon.
All right, now, we've
It's
established
drinking time. Blah, 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 blah.
it. All right. I think he thinks it's drinking time.
I got a table, so I'm bored. I'm waiting for a drink. So go.
What are your prices?
Oh, well, if you're in the mood for different wines, we have a pint of purple grape mash number 3 for 3 copper, or a pint of the superior Red Dragon Crush wine for 1 silver piece.
You got any food, too?
Unfortunately, we actually... Hold on, let me double check just to make sure we're here.
Unfortunately, we
Wait,
do have food.
Does that book tell you that they have food or not?
Oh, yes, it does.
My God, they cover everything.
This is what it's like planning a game, is you have to think
literally
of things
think
like
of
that. You have to
everything.
I know.
anticipate that someone playing is going to go, oh, where can I get food? Or where can I go to the
I
bathroom?
want to find a rubber duck store.
Oh, you said
Guys.
rubber duck store?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, I can tell you where one of those is.
I feel like all of you guys know, like, you could just come up with information, like, off the top of your head, and I'm just gonna be like, somebody's gonna be like, hey, where can I do this? And I'm gonna be like,
The trick, Nick, is we're all very good at bullshitting.
Yes.
Is it just like bullshitting and
It is
convincing,
bullshitting. Oh,
no, it
convincing
is.
everybody
You
else?
just
Literally,
go-
in the game I ran, everyone was like, it's like 1 o'clock in the morning. I want corn. I want there to be a corn man. So I made them roll, and they rolled well, and there was a random fucking corn street distributor that gave them
Which,
corn.
by the way, he played it off really creepily, so everyone thought Corn Man had way more to do with the plot than he really did.
You did not get far enough to know about the ploy of Cornman. So
Of Corn Man.
Corn Man.
You know-
Yeah, no, but honestly, Nick, you decide and you go with it, and since no one sees your notes, no one knows that you're lying to them.
Yeah, no one
Cool.
knew that Corn Man had ears everywhere. Anyway, let's continue with the story.
God damn
My
it!
God,
if I
well
did
done.
not need this desk, it would have been flipped so hard.
What kind of food do you got there, ma'am?
Corn.
We have some hot beet soup or fresh bread.
You
If
say hot beet?
Hot beet soup, yeah.
All right, fresh bread. What else?
That's you can also, like, if you get something to drink and you stay for a while, you can have some of those. Or if you get a room for the night, that's going to be covered for food. But if you want something a little extra, we also have a cooked wolf steak, and that's about 1 EP.
Ooh.
1 PP?
Electrum
That's
piece.
platinum, right?
Electrum.
No, Electrum.
It's like
Yeah.
it's like a
EP.
currency between gold and platinum. It's like half a
Not
gold.
on my sheet.
No, it's between gold and silver, is it not?
Is it gold and silver? I thought it was gold and platinum. It's not
I
even
believe
on my
it's
thing.
The
5
conversion
silver
rates
pieces.
are all over the
Is it?
place.
Yeah,
I
I
need
think it's 5
something.
silver
I thought it
pieces.
was
Oh, okay.
10, 10, 10, 10. And now you're throwing a bunch of other currencies.
Most people don't use Electrum. Makes the conversions weird. So most people just do copper, silver, gold, and platinum.
Yeah.
Thanks for making things difficult, Josh.
It's in the
Appreciate
book.
it. Mhm.
Yep. Wizards of the Coast.
You
loves
could have just
their
said
Electrum
5
pieces.
silver. God.
Okay, fine. 1 wolf steak costs 5 silver, you picky bastard.
I'll tell you what. I'll take me one of them wolf steaks.
Okay.
Take me a pint of that the fancy wine. I believe there was something about a red crush.
Oh, Red Dragon Crush, yes.
Yeah, sounds great. And give me a pint of the other stuff too.
Okay.
And then give me a loaf of bread, some bread, whatever
Okay.
it is, a roll, a loaf, or what do you call it? And then you got any tips for a newcomer to town?
Don't piss anybody off. That's a very good tip.
Well, I kind of got that. I see a lot of weapons in here. A lot of dangerous looking folk.
Keep your head low, especially if you're just visiting town. You do not want to get involved with a lot that goes on here.
Goes on like what?
Well, let's just say if you get on the wrong side of the people in charge here, you could be in a lot of trouble and either get kicked out immediately or never get to leave at all. If you catch my drift.
I gotcha. Seen a few places like this. Well, if you have any work for some travelers, I'd be happy to help you out. But if not, I'll pay and head back to my table.
I do appreciate that. And at that point in time, you see... make a perception check. And Kent, you make one too.
Can I re-roll that?
No?
If it's a 1,
Hey, you're in
If
charge.
it's a 1, yes, you could.
I just figured... No, I got a 3.
Yeah,
But
no.
I just figured you're in charge. You could just say yes or no.
I mean, he
Okay.
could.
technically you
but-
can because we still have inspiration.
True.
You gave all of us inspiration.
Yeah, I wouldn't waste it
You
on
did
this,
give
though.
us... Yeah, okay, cool. That's the exact... Thank you,
Uh,
Josh, for
it was-
revealing your hand, because I would have used it unnecessarily.
It is a 13.
Okay. So,
It's an okay roll.
Ferguson, you catch... Kent, you are eyeing up some poor lady.
Wait,
Oh my gosh,
he's
she is
eyeing up some lady, and also
beautiful.
he's like trying to subtly practice his like drawing motion under the table, where he's like,
Yeah.
so it just looks really weird.
I feel like he's doing the New York City thing where you walk onto a subway, you see someone, and you think about your entire life with them until they walk off the subway.
Yep.
Oh, yes. Oh, God.
So,
So many meet cutes missed.
And then as they walk out, you're like, no, 3 kids.
Oh.
3 kids and a dog.
so Kent is doing that, but Ferguson, you catch out of the corner of your eye that the bartender woman, she quickly glances off to the left and gets a look of recognition in her eyes and looks back and goes, I would suggest staying the night, to be honest.
Be happy to.
We may have some work for you.
We need a place to sleep anyway.
That is very good. Consider yourself a free stay.
All right then.
A free stay?
But I insist paying for the food, and I'm going to
I'll
slide.
take the money.
Well, that's good because I was going to leave it on the counter anyway.
It's 6 silver, 3 copper.
I'm just going to leave a gold piece.
I'm giving you the hardest squinty eyes I can right now because you don't get free stays. We about to be murdered.
So she takes the gold. Goes, I appreciate it. Feel free to get something else on the house later. But here's the key to your room. And she passes over a key. And she goes, there's 4 of you, yes?
How do you know that?
We have eyes everywhere.
Oh
But
no.
let's not talk about it now. We talk about it later.
Yeah, they're for us.
Good. And she passes the other key over and goes, there's 2 rooms we have available. Sorry, we can't get a little bit more. But...
That's more than enough.
And she leans in a little close and goes, when the sun goes down, 2 hours from then, meet in the same room, the one that is on the left in the hallway. We will talk to you then. But for now, stay quiet, stay low, and we'll talk to you then.
All right. Then I'm going to grab my drinks. I assume the food will be brought out because it's got to be cooked. And I'm going to head to the table. And I'm going to give Kent the purple mash number 3.
Okay. You pass that over, and as soon as you put the cup down, there's a cut to footsteps on the outside on the path, and it's Ven's foot.
Sweet
and we're
segue.
now following... Thank
Perfect.
you. Ven and Ireena down the road.
So we're just continuing to walk down the road and seeing what's going on.
So you continue down the road, and there's a bunch of residential houses around. And when you start to reach almost the edge of town, so you realize the town is about a mile wide, you also see that there is a church on your right. And then you continue past a little bit, and you reach the western gate of the town.
Okay. So those are like really the only 3 places of note that we see.
Only places of note on the main road, unless you start to branch off and look around.
Okay. I would say probably not feeling like going anywhere too like into town. I don't want to like end up going down some back road and being like, well, fuck, now we're fucked. So I'll turn to Ireena and I'll be like, so Ireena, we have seen the church, the inn, and I saw an interesting shop I wanted to possibly take a look at on the way back. Would you like to accompany me and possibly do a little shopping?
Sure, I don't think I really need to do much shopping myself, but I will be at your side.
Okay. It doesn't hurt to see if there's anything we can use for our journey. Possibly.
It is true. Hopefully, I will find a place here, and I do not need to go anywhere. But I would like to accompany you nonetheless.
Okay. Let's go back then. So we'll walk back to the Arasek stockyard.
Okay. So a while later, I'll cut back to Kent and Ferguson later, even though it's probably way past that at this point. But I assume that you guys in the bar are just going to be eating and drinking?
Yes.
Oh, we're going to be having a drinking competition.
Of wine?
Oh, of whatever alcohol Ferguson got me.
Wine.
No, nobody's going to drink me under the table. I'm going to beat you. Drink for drink, buddy.
Wait,
drink for
hold
drink.
on. We never established if he persuaded me he was an excellent actor.
Oh, that is true.
right.
We never handled
That's
that
right.
performance check. What did you roll, Nick?
I don't remember. I feel
It was
like...
a 1, wasn't it? Or
It was
2?
bad.
No, it was a performance. It was an 11 total.
He's okay.
All right, yeah, that's how I feel.
Okay.
Yeah.
You nailed exactly how I would have thought. But, yeah.
So around this time, also, it is becoming evening. The sun is about to go down in maybe like an hour or two.
It took me that long to get from one side of town to the other.
Well, it's a mile-long town, and it gets dark relatively early, and it was mid-afternoon before.
Okay.
So I would say like probably in 2 hours.
Okay, that's fine.
So when you approach it, this large stockyard has several locked sheds along its periphery and lies adjacent to a roomy warehouse. A wooden sign above the front gate reads, as I said before, Arasek Stockyard. Parked at the south end of the stockyard is a sturdy carnival wagon, its colorful paint peeling off. Faded lettering on its sides spell out the words, Rectavio's Carnival of Wonders. A heavy padlock secures the back door. You see that the stockyard is a general store and a facility where storage sheds look like they could be rented. And approaching you is a middle-aged married couple, a male and a female. They go, welcome. What can I do for you here?
Oh, hello. I was just interested in taking a look at if you had any wares for sale, if perhaps maybe there were things that I had that maybe you would like to purchase, possibly.
Ah, you are an outsider. That is good. We do not get many outsiders here. Let's see what you have.
Okay.
All right, what is anything you're willing to part with?
I have a couple things. I have 3 moss agate, and an eye patch with a carnelian in it.
So you pass it over, and they look at it, and the husband passed it over to the wife, and she looks at it and goes, these are very interesting. I don't think... Gunther, we don't have anything really we can do with this. Can we sell this anywhere? Gunther, as you now know, he goes, well, maybe we can do something with it, but we prefer to handle more things that could be used by people, not to resell anywhere. But I appreciate the offer for these, but I suggest...
What about this? And I pull out a light crossbow.
Oh, that we can use.
Ah.
You can sell it for about 10 gold.
Okay. I have light crossbow and 20 bolts. I don't think I'm really going to need it, because I think I have my breath weapon, and I don't need anything that's that far ranged.
Okay, so he goes, if you give it to us with the ammunition, that will be 11 gold.
Do I think that's a fair trade?
Make an intelligence check.
19.
19. You know that buying a crossbow is more, obviously, but you knowing how businesses work, people usually buy things at a lower cost and then sell them for more. So you're not sure if you can sell this really anywhere for a higher cost, but you are stuck in an area, and you may, if you want to sell things, you may have to deal with the pricing.
I'm just saying for like, is it fair for the circumstance that we're in?
I would say so. It's not necessarily unfair, especially if you don't need to use it. You're not really at a loss here.
Okay.
If you want to barter potentially, or
is there anything that they have in the vicinity that I might be interested in? Like what's around, like weapons?
You notice, like you look around, you see a lot of equipment. It's essentially really anything that's in the PHB. That you can look at. So it can be tools, it can be weapons, armor, that kind of thing. PHB for the non-D&D people is the Player's Handbook.
Player's Handbook.
Do they happen to have
the Player's Handbook
an
has
alchemist's
everything
kit
that you would need to know.
An alchemist kit.
Hey, Bucky, ask if they have bullets.
Highs or lows?
Highs.
Yes, we do have an alchemist kit here. We've had this one for quite a while. We don't really have a lot of alchemists that come by.
Well, lucky you, I happen to be one.
How convenient. It's like a 50-50 chance to just land it in your favor.
We are willing to part with the alchemist kit for 250 gold.
Holy shit.
You have party members that could help if you find some bullets for me.
I don't think we could pull together that much money. Well, how much do you have?
I have 125 gold.
Yeah, that's not enough.
Well, Ferguson and Ireena, and I'm sure Arsene has some gold in her talents.
Arsene don't have no gold. I have Arsene's gold.
I assume Arsene has a kangaroo pouch that she just holds all of her gold in.
Why would you?
Because she's a dragon, and they are prone to hoarding gold. So I feel like
And
she has
when
a little
did dragons
nest egg.
get kangaroo pouches in your?
When did dragons exist? They could be whatever I want them to, Drew.
Okay, yeah,
Jeez.
but in D&D they have very specific things for dragons, and unless Josh wants to be like, yes, homebrew, dragons now have kangaroo pouches.
No, I didn't mean all dragons. Maybe just Arsene. Drew, Josh, can you please settle this debate?
Checking the monster manual here. Hold on. Okay. Contrary to popular belief, dragons do not sport pouches.
Ah, damn it.
Yeah.
I gotta find a new game.
One that
I don't
allows
really
dragons to have pouches?
Exactly. I don't really follow the rules of D&D. I'm more of a Dungeons and Pouch Dragons. So it's a different kind of game. It's not very different, but there's just one subtle difference that I like to play.
The dragons have pouches?
All dragons have pouches.
Right.
Oh my god, alright.
Okay, then I'm going to say I may have to come back for that one. But I will absolutely sell you the crossbow.
Okay, sure. They do the transaction for you. You please write down 11 GP. We appreciate your business and feel free to come back at any time.
Thank you very much.
We are open as long as the sun is up, which looking at now is not too long from now.
Yes,
But
we are going to
feel free
head
to
back.
come back tomorrow.
We are going to head back before that happens. Thank you very much for
Okay.
your business.
Oh, you're quite welcome.
And I'm going to leave and walk back to
Bucky,
the inn.
ask for bullets before you leave. Hi, I have this weird friend that has some weird weapon.
I mean,
Please-
I can
you know-
retcon and ask if they have any sort of what types of ammunition that they carry. So I'll say, what types of different ammunition do you carry other than bolts, which I just gave you?
Oh, we just have bolts and arrows. We have some tiny like, what are they called? Hold on. They're essentially rocks, but what do you call sling ammunition?
It's called bullets.
Okay.
But
Yeah,
not like pistol
yeah.
bullets.
Yeah. Well, we have bullets,
What kind of bullets?
sling bullets.
Oh, okay, so not for any type of like exotic weaponry kind of deal.
What exotic weaponry do you have?
Don't answer that. Don't answer that. Don't answer that.
I have a friend who has a mysterious object that I do not really know the exact specifications of. But usually they require very small round pellets about this big.
I do not believe we have anything like that. Exotic things really don't come here, but I'll keep an eye out.
Do you possibly know of a blacksmith in town? Possibly?
Or maybe like a wizard.
You're not there.
Sorry.
I don't know nothing about no wizard. We already went over that on the road.
Ferguson, would anybody call you a wizard? I'm just...
No,
You're a wizard,
I already
Ferguson.
told you, I ain't a wizard.
You're a bloody
It's
wizard,
happening in the
Ferguson.
back of Ven's
Yep.
mind as he's having this conversation.
No, there's no blacksmith here. We usually get our wares from the Vestani who come through. They usually bring some stuff from the outside world. That's really it.
Right.
Looks like it's going to be a next episode kind of thing.
Potentially.
Okay,
Says
thank
some
you.
random person in the bar to another
Yep,
question.
yep. All right, thank you very much. We'll be heading back now. Thank you.
Okay. All right, forward. Back
Out
to
we
where
go.
we were. So we pop back to the bar. You guys were drinking and chatting.
How
Wait,
shit-faced
hold
are
on.
they?
I want to go back. I want to go back real
Ferguson.
fast and say when I handed Kent the cheap wine, I was like, "This is the finest that I got." They say, "I bought you the good stuff."
Oh my god, Ferguson. I'm just telling you right now. This is the greatest thing I've ever tasted.
Oh, really?
I'm not gonna make a big deal out of it, but like this is strong. How much you pay for this?
It was-
Like a lot of money?
It's like 3 silver.
Wow. Oh, damn.
Oh, should I have
How drunk
splurged
am-
and gotten 2?
Oh yeah.
So when
You
I
kidding
walk
me?
in, do I
I
see
watched
them?
cheap shit for myself.
Oh yeah, you see them.
Okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
they're
Fla-
there.
Okay, how drunk am I?
Make a Constitution check. Ferguson too.
I got a 3. Constitution plus 0. I got a 3.
Nice.
18.
So Ferguson is sober. Kent
Ferguson.
is not sober.
Ferguson, you are not gonna be. You are not gonna beat me in a drinking competition. I'm just saying, we going drink for drink right now, and I am demolishing you.
Ferguson,
right.
you didn't understand a word of that.
Don't throw up on the table there, wee one.
Nah, no.
It just reminds me of, oh my god, it just reminds me of the episode of Always Sunny that Donna was just watching the other day. The one where they're at the high school reunion.
Oh, God.
And they have the song at the end where they're like doing it perfectly on point and they're like, ah, and then it cuts back to actually them and it's just Mac with his shirt open and everyone's just like waving their arms around. He's just like, ah.
I was thinking Beer Fest with the drunk goggles segment of, I can't remember, Jay Chandler Seacar when he's drunk and he like takes a girl
Yes.
home. He's like, oh, a little slap and pickle. And
Little
that's what-
slap and pickle. Yeah.
I was thinking more Morty. I mean Rick and Morty. Like, Ferguson. Ferguson.
Morty, gotta listen to me, Morty. You gotta stick it way up there, Morty.
That's what he says, right?
Yep.
That's my catchphrase. He makes his own catchphrase in the show. I just rewatched season 1, and he's just like, I'm gonna start saying wubba lubba dub dub now. And then the next episode, he's like, wubba lubba dub dub. Remember that? That was my catchphrase.
He like makes his catchphrase and sticks with it.
So Van and Ireena walk in and you see this spectacle.
Yeah. I'm going to just say, let's go to the bar. And I'm going to lead her towards the bar.
Do you think one of those stones will heal my drunkenness?
No.
You don't know.
It's a
You don't know.
It-
Me and Ferguson have.
I'm gonna say no because
Hey.
sickness, being drunk isn't a disease.
hey Ferguson. Can I hold that heartstone?
I'm not gonna give you that.
All right, fine.
So he pops to the bar. Van and Ireena, you guys walk up, and she goes, "Oh, it seems the other two have arrived. I
sorry, what?
already gave your key to the nice fellow in the booth over there, the one with the hat, not the cowboy hat, the other one. The one with the sword on the back.
Thank you very much for that.
You're welcome. So you have a room upstairs. We got you 2 rooms. Is there anything that you would care to eat or drink in the meantime?"
Ireena, is there anything that you would like to drink or eat?
I just some bread is fine. She goes, "Okay," and hands over some bread and a little bit of water as well.
Okay.
Then Ireena, hey, over here, over here.
We'll be right there,
Come over
Kent.
here.
We'll be right there. Hold on.
Okay, I'll see you in a bit.
Yep. Yes, you will.
Your friend is not very good at holding his wine.
No, he is not. I'll just take a glass of wine also.
Sure. Would you like the okay one or the better one?
We'll go with the better one.
Okay. That will be... actually, your friend tipped very well before. Consider this drink free.
Oh. Thank you. Thank you very much.
Pops it down.
Perfect. I will walk over and we'll join the group.
Okay.
Hey, Van.
Yes, Kent.
Van.
Yes.
Ferguson bought me the best wine
Oh, did he now?
ever. Oh my god, it tastes so good.
I did
See-
spend 3 silver on it.
Oh,
Oh
my
my
god.
God.
You
This was the
did.
best wine I got.
Whew.
Oh, is it?
I gotta give me a second.
Okay.
Give me a second.
Okay.
I'll sober up. I'm gonna sober up right now.
Okay.
Thank you.
Okay.
Right, so you find anything out here?
Well, along the main road, I didn't really want to travel too far inward because I didn't want to end up getting lost in a strange town at dark. I found that there was
Smart. Very smart.
the church on the other end, near the west gate of town. I went into the stockyard and sold some of the things I had on me. A lot of the things that they have are just very generic weapons, tools, things like that. I asked if they had ammunition. They did not. That was really it. There was nothing really special. And there was... Oh, I meant to ask you, Josh, because I didn't get a chance to write it down completely. What did that sign say near the stockyard?
Are you talking about
it was the carnival
wagon?
one? Yeah.
It said Rictavio's Carnival of Wonders.
Also, when I was at the stockyard, I saw a carriage, or a caravan that had Rictavio's Carnival of Wonders written across it.
Kent throws up.
Thank God. Ferguson's hat was on the table. He snatches it out of the way.
Oh my god, I feel so much better.
You know you're gonna clean that up for the lady, huh?
I'll get it.
Just because you have free room and board does not mean you get to throw up all over the table.
I will clean it.
I'm gonna
sorry.
make him clean it up.
I'm going to prestidigitation it and clean it.
You know, if you do that, he ain't gonna learn nothing.
It cleaned up, but you cannot clean up his shame.
You challenged me to a drinking competition,
I
Ferguson.
didn't know such.
You did.
I
Don't
never
pretend
challenged
like
you to
didn't.
nothing.
You said, hey, let's drink.
So, Kent, I told you to
wait.
add a new thing to
That
your
was
sheet
me.
a while ago. Add another shame, please.
Okay,
Yeah.
two shame.
I prestidigitation it to clean it up, and then I prestidigitation it onto Kent's shirt.
Perfect.
Ah, damn it.
You're gonna walk around in that.
And then I
man.
prestidigitation it away. Don't do that again.
Ooh. All right, fine. All right, I'm feeling better. I'm not gonna lie, I'm feeling better.
Yeah, you usually get it out. It helps.
Yeah. So wait, then,
What's up?
if I didn't mishear you, you're talking about a man, a sign about some wonders.
Yes, I will divulge into that information when our DM gets back, and he's back now. Great.
Yes, there he is.
Yes, I saw a sign that said Rictavio's Carnival of Wonders. Have you heard of this?
No, wait, Josh, have I heard about this? I'm assuming not.
Make an intelligence check or a history check.
Haha, 17.
You've heard the name before. You've heard the traveling show of Rictavio's Carnival of Wonders. Never really seen it or experienced it, but it's a name that sounds familiar to you from the main world you guys are from.
Would I know what was going on in the Carnival of Wonders? Like, do I know like what kind of acts that they would have, or is it just like a carnival, like a bunch of?
You heard of strange creatures, some strange tales here and there. Nothing really comes to mind too much, but you get a memory or two of the carnival coming around town before.
Yeah, when I was a boy, I feel like I remember that name. A carnival came through town. I don't remember much of it, but it was definitely wonderful. I mean, there was some crazy stuff that went on over there. I mean, I remember being in awe, but this guy might be worth checking out. Worth looking after.
All right, we'll keep it in mind. What about you guys? Anything from your end?
Lots of things.
We'll
One,
do too.
the wolf steak is superb.
The what?
The wolf steak.
Wolf steak. Oh, okay, cool, perfect. Yes.
Yeah, you wouldn't really think that a wolf would have a good steak in him. But I found out otherwise.
That's good to know.
Little
It's the
pricey.
amount of-
Little pricey considering the amount of fucking heads they got in here.
Well, I mean, if we're out on the trail and we happen to come across a wolf that happens to get in our way, then we know we can eat easily.
Very true. The other thing we found out is we're gonna meet some people tonight at 2 hours after sundown.
Oh, who we're meeting?
Lady behind the bar. It's one of the people she knows.
She seemed nice.
Well, she seemed nice. Don't know yet.
Yeah.
She also said that you had my key for the room. Or how are we going to do this?
Well, I'm gonna suggest whatever happens, the little one doesn't go into the room with the other girl.
That's what I was suggesting also. Yes, that
I
would
agree.
probably be better.
I'm fine.
Ireena, would you like
Yes.
to have a room to yourself?
To be honest, I prefer not to be alone because
Okay.
being
I can have
visited
Arsene
in the
with you.
night is what happens.
If that makes you more comfortable, I can have
You could-
Arsene sleep with you.
You can sleep with the dragon. You can sleep with the skinny weird one. Just not that one. And I point to Kent.
I'm okay with Vin. I trust him.
Okay,
All right, there we
that's
go.
fine.
So I
wasn't gonna do anything.
hand them a key.
Okay. You hand the key over, past Kent's very strange look out into the middle of nowhere, fixing the
Like
dribble.
he's swiping up like a cat, like, I want the key, it's shiny.
No.
What's mine?
And so you now have the room key, and you see patrons starting to leave the bar, and you hear some murmurs of like, it's nighttime. I'll see you later. People are starting to head to bed.
I think that's our cue. We should go upstairs and get to what rest we can.
Let's do it.
I think this is gonna get bad fast.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, so you guys hop up to your rooms. You guys going to your separate rooms now, or together? What are you doing?
Who has the key to the room on the left?
That'd be you.
Okay, I'm gonna go into the room on the left either way,
Okay.
and I'm gonna tell them 2 hours after nightfall to come to this room. Then
Night
2
is going
hours
down
from
now, so 2 hours past nightfall.
I'm gonna go sleep off the drunkenness a little bit.
You go pass out off the drunkenness.
Isn't it nightfall
Okay,
now?
so right now it's not considered a long rest because it's 2 hours. So if you
Yeah,
guys
yeah.
like to use this as a short rest for now.
Yes, I was gonna burn some hit dice.
Okay.
Yeah, I did take a little bit of damage.
Kent was untouched from my knowledge.
Untouched.
Okay. About that time, I would say Ferguson, you'd probably... not Ferguson. Ven and Ireena and Arlene, wow. Arsene. You guys come out of the right room and go into the left room. And you join your party members. And a couple of minutes later, you hear a knock on the door.
I open the door.
Okay. You see there is a man there who is wearing really well-dressed attire. It's purples and blues and a very
It's the fucking
long,
Joker.
a very long beard with a lot of gray mixed in, and gray and black hair as well. Wearing blue gloves, and he goes,
The Batman's down the hole.
Do you know where I got these gloves?
"Batman, Strahd is here."
Oh, no, you're not looking for that one. All right, come in and...
Oh, scared me. Thank you. And he goes in and shuts the door behind him. And he goes, "Hello. My name is Erwin Mortakov. I am the owner of this establishment here. I appreciate your willingness to speak with us. It's better we did this in private and away from prying ears.
Makes sense.
We know what you did with the windmill, and we are incredibly grateful. Thank you.
They cause you a lot of problems then?
Didn't necessarily
Very.
cause us a lot of problems, but it did two things for us. One, it got rid of that problem in itself. And two, it showed us who you are, which is good people from the looks of it. One of our kind saw you enter that windmill, and we tried to warn you of the problems, but yet you walked in nonetheless, and you took care of it.
What do you mean, one of your kind?
He thinks to himself for a second, goes, "You saw a raven there, did you not?"
Yes, we did.
I?
Oh, that raven was one of my friends. We are
You turn into birds.
He's a fucking warg?
we are what are called were-ravens.
Oh,
Could be worse. Could be a rat.
that is very true.
I'm a member of the Keepers of the Feather. We are a secret society here of were-ravens that oppose our dread lord devil asshole Strahd. We keep an eye out, and we make sure that everything is as good as it can be, and if we find a moment that we can strike and take him down, we take it. And I believe this is the moment. We saw you exit the death house. We saw you approach the road and take care of the zombies. We saw you go and talk to Madame Eva. And if you talk to Madame Eva, then I am sure that you also have heard this prophecy that we have been waiting for all of this time of the Deathwalkers.
Yes.
By the way, as he's mentioning all of this, Ferguson's just like, what the fuck is he talking about? Oh, yeah, shit.
In which case, yeah, he will say, because as a DM I should remember this too, and we saw how you, Ferguson, came and rid the world of one vampire at least. We keep an eye out everywhere. We need to make sure
that the time has come, and from what I can see, it has. So, if you do not mind, who are you? You know my name, and I know of you, but I do not know you individually, except for Ireena here. And he bows his head slightly to Ireena and puts out his hand to shake her hand. And she looks surprised and on guard, but after this discussion, she's like, you probably saw everything. So she shakes a hand and bows as well.
Well, I'm Kent Brickwood, East Farthing Brickwoods. You might have heard from me. I'm from a whiles away. I come with this party of compatriots.
I cannot understand your friend. Did he have a lot to drink downstairs?
I had a whole pint.
Yes, he did.
I slept most of it off. I'm just saying. I'm Kent. One more time. I'm Kent Brickwood of East Farthing Brickwoods. You might have heard from me. I'm from a whiles away.
Kent. Go sit down.
Oh, Kent. I thought he said Vent. Okay, Kent. That makes a lot more sense. Kent, it is nice to meet you.
Vent Ferguson of the East Ferguson Barovia.
It is nice to meet you, Kent. We will probably meet again for the first time in a couple hours. It looks over at Ven and goes, and you?
My name is Vendelara Greymeyer. I am not from Barovia originally. And I honestly didn't really want to be here, but now I am, and we have an issue to deal with, so I aim to take care of that issue.
Understandably so, and to be honest, not everybody who's here wants to be here.
Yes.
And by everybody, I mean literally everybody.
That makes a lot of sense, yes.
And you, as he looks to Ferguson.
You already said my name. You know who I am.
Did I?
Yeah, he did.
Yes.
Oh. Okay. Well, that was unintentional.
Well, now I'm curious how you know my name.
And Ferguson,
The Ravens have talked to me.
we heard your name downstairs.
That makes sense. Let's just say I gave it to the lady at a bar. No, wait. Actually, I just thought about it. That one was yelling my name across the room. There you go.
Ferguson!
That is very true. We heard it from the kitchen. So, I'm not exactly sure how I can help you, except to keep an eye out and potentially help where able. But is there anything you need answered? Is there any questions that maybe I could help you with in the meantime?
Well, there is a few things.
Sure.
And
What
most of it is what we received from Madame Eva.
Okay.
We are currently looking for items of great power.
The rumored relics of this world to bring down the Dreadlord.
Yes, we received clues that are to lead us in the direction of what we need. Maybe, perhaps if we tell them to you, you can maybe know something of where these locations are.
Sure, I know a lot about this area.
Well, the first thing we're told was to look for a wizard's tower on a lake.
Oh, that's easy. I know where that is.
Do you?
Yes. Let me pull up the map here.
He just pulls out a big roll. Here's a map.
So, there is a tower. When you exit the town west, you will reach a crossroads. Take it north and follow the path. And eventually you will come across a tower. This tower belonged to a man named Kazan.
Would you happen to know anything about him? Apparently the wizard's name and servant will guide us.
That is all that I know of the name. I know where that tower is. What I would recommend, based on the very little knowledge I have of Kazan, is that he was not a very good person. He was a wizard and a powerful one.
Not
so
good.
Be careful.
Will do. The second we were told lies with the dead under mountains of gold.
He thinks to himself. He goes, up to some gold. There's nowhere I can think of where heaps of gold lie.
What if the mountains themselves are gold?
Well, when I think gold, the only thing that comes to mind is either Strahd, who would have a supreme amount of wealth, so potentially Castle Ravenloft, or there is the old temple to the Silver Dragon.
Come again?
There is a temple to the Silver Dragon to the west that dragons have hordes, so potentially there?
Oh, I forgot to introduce you. This is my silver dragon, Arsene.
Whoa.
Weird you didn't see her in the corner.
I did not. Wow. Okay. I haven't seen it. I've
So
never seen a
where was
dragon
this temple you
before.
were saying?
Oh, sorry.
I am very
was-
interested in this temple.
This temple, as soon as you hit that crossroads I was talking about earlier, continue west, and it's either north or south after that. I think south. I'm pretty sure it's south. Yes, definitely.
Can I make an insight check on that?
Yes.
15.
You can tell that he's being sincere and trying to give you information.
Okay.
It's just not somewhere he keeps in his mind all the time, but he's relatively sure where it is.
Okay.
Last we've heard, the place was haunted. It's a gigantic mansion, and a dragon died there long ago. This dragon being a silver dragon.
Oh.
So maybe to look at that,
He looks at the dragon again, at
Arsene and goes, "It's very strange that you show up here with a silver dragon, and maybe you check it out anyway. But again, haunted, so
We
be
will
careful."
We will be very careful. The last one, we were told, is in a dead village, drowned by a river, ruled by evil.
and his eyes light up a little bit, and he he looks around and goes, and he clears his throat as well. He goes,
Well, that one is an easy one, and when I say easy one, I mean I know what it is. I just am reluctant to tell you.
Well, that is foreboding.
Yeah. So that crossroads that we've been talking
Crossroads.
about. Crossroads. If you travel south a while, there's a town south of this village that has been abandoned for decades. The burgomaster there committed something terrible, I'm not sure what, and incurred the wrath of the devil himself.
Oh.
That town is no more, but there is a lot of evil there.
What was the name of this town?
I do not know. Its memory of what it contained is lost. No one wants to remember it, and no one wants to travel there, because all it is evil.
All right. Well, the last
Are you sure
two...
you have to travel there?
Well, these are just the clues that we were given. I mean, this is what Medaviva told us. And if what you are saying is true, then probably.
That is unfortunate.
But the last two clues were that we would receive help from a dusk elf in Vistani. That is haunted by dreams.
I do not know any dusk elves personally, but what I can tell you is right outside of town to the west and slightly south, you will find a Vistani camp where dusk elves lie. It's possible that they are there.
So west and slightly south.
Yes, as soon as you exit the town, you'll see a passageway.
And the last thing is, well, it's where we're supposed to fight Strahd. And that is in the father's tomb.
I do not know where that is, but
I'm assuming
Sure.
in Ravenloft, most likely.
it's quite possible. It seems very fitting for a narrative written by Wizards of the Coast to
Yes,
send
it
you
does.
there for the last battle.
Yes, it does. It seems like they thought this out beforehand.
It seems so.
Where are you meeting coast wizards?
Coast Wizards, yes.
Yes.
Where you
Special
meet those
type
at?
deal with water magic.
Yes. Well, that's all I had to ask. You guys have any questions? Any questions
I
you
got
want
one.
answered? Yes.
Yes.
The lady downstairs, never caught her name.
Oh,
Said you got something you need help with.
yes, that is my wife. My wife's name is Dorakova.
Good name.
Thank you. Her parents
Good.
picked it.
Yes.
That's a good, solid, strong name for a good, solid, strong lady.
She certainly is.
Aw, they're in love. Oh,
Kent, I told you, go back to sleep.
Kent's jealous.
sorry.
Yeah. So, what can we help you with?
Well, the thing to help us with is Strahd.
I'm gonna kill him single-handedly. I'm telling you that now.
Well, one thing
Good
we are
night.
trying to do is trying to find a safe haven for Ireena. Strahd is after her.
Well, if you are interested, this is a safe place, Ireena. If you would like to stay with us, we can keep an eye on you. We have some secret rooms upstairs where us as were-ravens tend to go to be safe and outside of the view of other people. The Keepers of the Feather are interested in keeping you safe and keeping Strahd away from his goals. Is that something that you would like to do?
How do you feel about this, Ireena?
I mean, it seems as good as a solution as any, especially people who are committed to getting rid of Strahd. I would be okay with that. I trust them.
Alright. If you trust them and you feel safe here, then who am I to argue?
I do, and to be honest, I do not want to hold you up any further from taking care of Strahd. So, if I can go in a secret room here, a lot of people in public, I can hide. I will keep your disguise, and I'll stay here. Thank you.
Perfect.
Alright. Didn't I get another question?
Yes.
We're gonna need supplies. Do you know where we can get holy water?
Holy water.
Mm,
You may want
yes.
to ask the people at the Church of the Road. That's at St. Andrew's Church.
That's what I thought, but just seeing how this place is under Strahd, wasn't sure they'd be able to supply it.
Well, just because I'm offering does not mean they can. However, it's the only place I can think of that may.
You said this was Saint Andros?
St. Andrew's, yes.
Is there a specific god that they worship?
They worship the Morning Lord.
Ah, yes.
Right then. Well, I'll check there.
Okay,
Probably be good to go in with a few vials.
it's not a bad idea. Is there anything else that I can be of assistance for? And keep in mind, if you ever need some place to stay in the interim, rooms are always here for you.
Hey, do you know a wizard?
We've been through this, Kent.
Just don't enter him. Just let the drunk man sleep.
Yes.
Well, there's the wizard in the tower. There's the mad mage, but no one has seen him in a long time. Strahd himself is a wizard. I cannot think of anyone else.
I like that wizard in the tower. I'm gonna mark that down in my brain vault. Thanks.
Okay.
Alright then.
I think that is it, unless there is any other questions, concerns.
I think that's everything.
I do believe that is everything.
We just gotta figure out where to go.
Well, that is up to you where you'd like to go. However, I would recommend putting that dead village as far away from your list as possible.
Full of bad things.
I assume we're gonna have to go towards there eventually.
If I can make a recommendation, from what you've told me, the only thing I can pinpoint is that village and the Wizard Tower. The other one, it could be either location, so my say would be go with your fair bets first.
Well,
your sure bets.
I think the first thing that we should do, possibly in the morning, is go directly outside of town and check out the Vistani camp, since that is the first one, and then we can possibly make our way through. And I think the next closest would most likely be the Wizard's Tower. So we can go to the Vistani camp, see if we can find our Dusk Elf, find out possibly more information or get some help, and then be on our way to the Wizard's Tower? Yes?
Yes, I will be honest with you. When you go to the Vistani camp, do not say you are against Strahd.
Oh no, we've learned. The only one who was against them was Madame Eva, so we will keep that
Madame Eva is
under
a
wraps.
rare gem among us. But yes, keep that to yourselves and be very careful. Just because they get drunk and party all the time does not mean they can whoop your ass. Can't whoop your ass.
Noted.
Keep an eye out.
Will do.
Well, I will let you all get some sleep. It looks like especially this one needs it. Ireena, I can take you to your room. We can take you upstairs, and you guys can get some rest. You have a very long road ahead of you, metaphorically and physically. And again, if you need anything else at all, please do not hesitate to ask. You have friends here.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Thank you.
And please do not take it as a creepy thing, but we will always be watching. I always feel weird.
It's a little creepy.
It's a little creepy, but
you know,
a little reassuring
just
at the same
slightly.
time. It's good to have eyes on our back.
Good.
I'm assuming Kent fell asleep at this point and is just like, sea monkey took my money.
Yeah, you're out.
I have no penis.
Yeah, Kent's out.
Okay. Well, enjoy your night.
And he closes the door behind you and leaves you three to chat. And he takes Ireena with him, and Ireena turns and goes, thank you for your help. I'm always here as well if you'd like to come and talk or anything, but I think I will be safe here. So thank you.
Good.
Sincerely.
When we head back to Barovia, we will ensure that, God damn, I can't remember his name.
Ismark.
Ismark. We will ensure that Ismark knows that you are safe.
I would very much appreciate that. Thank you. Good night, and goodbye for now.
And she heads out and the door closes.
The second the door closes, I want Kent to wake up 100% sober because I want to be part of this conversation now. I don't want to be drunk anymore.
I don't want to be drunk
Make a
anymore.
constitution check.
I got a 6.
Okay. You are not passed out, but you were there drunk, but you are cognizant.
Hey guys, I'm part of the team. Remember that.
Oh yeah, you're just super hungover. That's where you're at.
We'll catch you up in
That's
the
great.
morning.
But I was gonna say, I think we should sleep before we decide where to go.
Yes. Okay, we
Do
can
you
do
think
that.
that if I sleep, my constitution will roll better so I can
Yes.
shake off this hangover?
I don't know what that means, but probably.
Got a 19, so I feel like tomorrow morning I'm gonna wake up 100% rejuvenated.
But there you go.
And
Don't drink a pint of wine again.
you bought it for me.
It's to drink slowly.
I thought we were in a competition.
Nope,
You challenged me.
I didn't challenge you. I put a pint of wine down. You drank it all.
I took that as a challenge.
Okay.
Okay then.
So you guys go to sleep. You have yourselves a long rest.
Oh my god! Finally, I've got health again.
We're all back.
Taking Initiative is a product of the Spark Network. Imagine what your idea can do. For updates on the show, future news, and all things nerd, visit us on thespark.network. If you wish to conjure us on social media, you can cast message on Twitter with the handle @TI_pod, Facebook at the Taking Initiative Podcast page, and Tumblr at takinginitiativepodcast.tumblr.com. If you enjoyed the show, please leave us a review on iTunes, as it helps us grow so we can put out more content for you.
I'm Josh Perot, and I'm the DM. You can find me on Twitter at XyroxisTheBeard. That's XIROXIS the Beard.
This is Jonathan Buckmaster. I am the voice of Vendelar Greymeyer. You can find me on Twitter at Bucky_Masters.
Well, this is Drew Tillman, and I play Ferguson. You can find me over on Twitter at NotDeadDrew.
This is Nicholas Figueroa, and I play the sometimes rude but always lovable Kent Brickwood of the East Farthing Brickwoods. You could find me on Instagram, Facebook, and Twitter at Nico Figs. That's at NIKOFIGS.
This episode was edited by John Buckmaster and Josh Perot. The Gunman Comes Around logo was created by Kati Kawaguchi of Nerds on a Roll. You can find her on Twitter at @KidKatie. The Gunman Comes Around theme song was created by Neil Martin of The Lucky Die. You can find him on Twitter at Bardic Martin. Any additional music was created by Kevin MacLeod in the Incomtech website. Any information about those songs can be found in the episode's description. The Bloodhunter class, played by Drew Tillman, and the Gunslinger class, played by Nick Figueroa, were both created by Matthew Mercer. The Pendragon class, played by John Buckmaster, was created by Daresight Phantom on Reddit.
The D&D 5e rule set and the Curse of Strahd module are both property of Wizards of the Coast. If you're enjoying what you're hearing and you'd like to support us, please visit our Patreon at patreon.com/Taking Initiative. There you can find bonus content and early access to episodes.